Welcome to our thesis presentation. Our thesis topic is the classification technique for the face spoof detection in artificial neural networks using concepts of machine learning. These are our table of contents. I am Rifa Sharanokal. I am describing about the thesis and introduction. About the thesis. Face spoofing or face recognition methods are the most important study areas in biometric technology. This technology is used in a variety of fields, including security information access to restricted location, law enforcement by various agencies, smart cards, and surveillance technologies. In our paper, we propose CNN, which can obtain fine distinction and abilities in a supervised manner. We have used VGG16 under CNN architecture in the proposed system for learning about the feature classification. Our proposed system has showcased an accuracy of 98% for CNN, 63% for VGG16 and 50% for SVM. Introduction. Our motivation. Anti-spoofing faces growing attention in academic and industrial areas as precaution for face recognition system. Because of the diversity of face spoofing types, including print attacks, replay attacks, mass assaults, etc., it's still tough to detect various faces. A spoofing attacks happen when someone attempts to pass biometric face system by showing the camera a fake face. Face spoofing is a double group issue along with the lines, also called face live discovery. In our research employs profoundly CNN against the face spoofing, comparing our manually built features like LBP, HOG, LBP, DOP, DOG will find that CNN characteristics are more discriminatory. Face spoofing detection is now needed in every face recognition system since technology has gotten increasingly sophisticated to clone human face. Objectives. The automated face detection system is vital to face recognition, face expression recognition, head position estimation, and human-computer iteration. However, we will explore how to prevent impersonation by employing a CNN. This is our first mission because CNN learned feature may find discrimination feature in data-driven methods better than handcrafted features. This example may utilize CNN learned feature rather than handcrafted feature. We included color and texture because the above mentioned feature may be regarded as change in face texture or image quality information. Facial appearance based procedures are sometimes referred to as texture image quality analysis based procedures. Ultimately, researchers examined the uses of pre-trained artificial neural network approaches for FR and classification accuracy by comparing CNN FR performance to that extraction and classification transferring learning using pre-trained CNN. Methodology. Our initial step was to acquire the real face detection dataset. We utilized TensorFlow and Keras. Both TensorFlow and Keras are open source software libraries for ANN. This simply requires research online. We gathered all data sets and actual fake photograph online by ourselves and then attempted to extract specific metrics of face expression using machine learning feature extraction and algorithms. We use the face detection dataset for this work. After unpacking the dataset, we see two directories, actual pictures and false pictures. These photos are transformed into a training dataset. First, we must make all photos in the same size. Pictures are molded into compatible proportion. These photographs are also deleted from colors. Ensure all photos are transferred to a size where picture quality is not degraded. We utilized CNN with other algorithms, VGG16. We then compare prior work outcomes and accuracy with our work and aim to get a greater accuracy rate. Thank you everyone. Next part will be described by Zarin Tasnim.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Zarin Tasnim Haq and I will talk about literature review and data analysis. From review paper 1 named CNN based spatio-temporal feature extraction for face anti-spoofing basically uses the LBP top descriptor to extract spatio-temporal facts about genuine access and imposter videos. In this article they go through how time and space may be combined to create a dominating countermeasure for improving local binary pattern picture sequences. On the replay attack, the Cassia dataset demonstrated complete detection between actual access and imposter attacks. CassiaDB has a total of 50 topics. In addition, CassiaDB includes of 3 types of spoofing attacks. These are wrapped picture assault, sliced photo attack, and video replay assault. Moreover, the validation set, on the other hand, is provided by the replay attack dataset and findings are expressed in terms of EER computed on the development set and HTER calculated on the test dataset. From review paper 2 named Deep Convolutional Neural Network Based Approaches for Face Recognition. Their main 2 approaches are number 1 application of pre-trained CNN, AlexNet and ResNet 50 with SVM, and second approach being extraction of features and classification through applying transfer learning on AlexNet model. According to the paper, a face spoof attack can be generated in 3 ways: generating a photograph, reproducing a video, presenting a 3D reproduction of a face, all of a valid user. In addition, tests of various datasets such as FEI face dataset, ORL dataset, LFW dataset were carried out. The different methods using pre-trained models and SVM were compared and analyzed. Finally, accuracy ranging from 94% to 100% was obtained on the given datasets. Lastly, it exploits SVM classifiers. Now I will discuss about dataset analysis. Firstly, if I start with data collection, in this paper we use real and fake face detection dataset. The dataset consists of high quality Photoshop images of people's faces. 2 directories can be found. One training real that consists of 1081 files and training fake consists of 960 files. Secondly, data labeling and refining. In the figure we can see some real candidate pictures of some model as well as some fake faces, and for this in training dataset around 1634 images to feed the model. This is almost 80% of the whole dataset including both real and fake images. And about validation dataset, of these 1634 training images, 20% of the data was used to provide an unbiased evaluation of the training dataset. For test dataset we use 20% of dataset for testing. This test dataset tells us on which standard the evaluation of the models is. After training of the dataset is done, the test dataset is worked upon by the models. Different models of CNN provide different levels of accuracy. That's all from me now. Next part will be described by Nishat. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Nishat Sultana Ritu. I am going to discuss about different machine learning algorithms as well as deep learning algorithms that we have used to determine the results. At first, convolutional neural network. It is used to recognize intricate image patterns with accurate and precise architecture. It is vastly used in neural networks for image classification and recognition. Basically, CNN will take an input of the image and look through its pixels. For testing and training, images are passed through stacks of convolution layers with kernels as filters. Layers of CNN. There are 3 layers of CNN, which are the convolution layer, pooling layer and fully connected layer. The first layer of CNN is convolution. It is used to extract the input image and use 2 inputs as an image matrix and 1 kernel. Convolution performs different functions using different filters or kernel, such as strides, padding, nonlinearity. Pooling layer. CNN uses spatial pooling to minimize the measurement of the image. Max pooling, average pooling and sum pooling are the 3 types of spatial pooling. Fully connected layer. The image input matrix is first converted to a vector and inserted to a fully connected layer. Fully connected layers are from the last few layers in the network. The input to the fully connected layer is the output from the final pooling. VGG16. VGG16 is another adaptation of the VGG model with 16 convolution layers. It works in 3x3 convolutions with many filters and have 138 million parameters. An RGB image of fixed size 224 into 224 is inputted to layer 1, then runs through stacks of convolution layers. 5 max pooling layers implement spatial pooling. Lastly, the 2 into 2 pixel window is run through max pooling. 3 fully connected layers pass through many convolution layers, where the first 2 fully connected layers consist 4996 channels. The third one executes ILSVRC classification in 1000 way. The softmax layer is the final layer. SMV classifier. Support vector machines is used to solve problems that involve classification. It tries to find a line of segregation in the dataset and tries to divide the data along a plane known as the hyperplane. The distance between the nearest 2 sample points is known as the margin, and the points are the support vectors. After using the SMV classifier, we got an accuracy of 50% for the verification of the input data. The hypothesis function is given below. Here, the point f of or on the hyperplane will be classified as class plus 1, and the point below the hyperplane will be classified as class minus 1. Thank you. Now, next part will be described by Anika Anjum.
Hello respected faculties, my name is Anika Anjum Yona. I will dive into the implementation part of our paper. Here you can see an overview of our implementation. Firstly, we import the dataset on TensorFlow. The dataset we are using in this paper is the real and fake face detection dataset. Some of the items from the dataset are kept aside for testing too. The remaining training dataset is created and printed in Python. The dataset should be balanced. Here balanced means there should be the same number of samples in each class. Balancing is necessary because we do not want the models to learn to predict a single class right away and then get stuck when newer classes are introduced. Additionally, the dataset must be shuffled, or else the classifier will learn to predict patterns. The images are resized and also they need to be flattened since neural network layers are flat. Keras has a built-in flattened layer which completes the job here. This will go through few hidden layers, which is also called a dense layer. It is the most common and frequently used layer. The function of dataset is to represent the input data. It gives us the kernel, which represents the weight of the data and also represents the activation function. The activation operation for this layer is the rectified linear unit. And ultimately the whole result is passed on to the next layer, which is a pooling layer. Pooling layer is added after non-linearity. The pooling layer operates upon each feature map separately to create a new set of the same number of pooled feature maps. The size of the pooling operation is smaller than the size of the feature map. This means that the pooling layer will always reduce the size of each feature map by a factor of 2. The two most common functions in the pooling operation is the average pooling and max pooling. This whole result is then passed on to fully connected layer. It forms the last few layers of our network. After passing through the fully connected layer, the final layer uses the softmax activation function instead of rectified linear unit. For the calculation of loss matrix, we use Adam Optimizer. On the left side you can see the result of the dense layer without activation, and on the right you can see the result with activation. A thorough analysis of our performance will be demonstrated by my teammate Irina. Thank you very much, faculties.
My name is Irina Hawk. I shall be discussing the performance analysis of the specified models and architecture, as well as mention that which showed the best performance amongst all. To begin with, our CNN model 256x3 is based on an increase that we made in the convolutional layers by applying 3 convolutional layers with 3 activation and 3 pooling layers correspondingly. Subsequently came 2 dense layers in the creation of the model CNN, and thereby we found an impressive accuracy of 98.9%, which is our highest achieved performance. The graphs here demonstrate the internal accuracy and loss over each of the 10 epochs, wherein the blue curves display test or validation, and the red curves display training in every epoch. We observed that with an increase in the number of epochs, loss drops and accuracy increases, and that validation accuracy is slightly lower than training accuracy, which suggests that there might be some overfitting.
Moreover, the CNN model takes up less memory and requires less pre-processing, which can be stated as some of the reasons behind the efficient performance shown by CNN. In the confusion matrix, we can observe that our model classified accurately for both real and spoof images for almost all of the data, except only 12 images predicted incorrectly. Next comes VGG16, which showed a training accuracy of 68.39% and a validation accuracy of 63.41%, a training loss of 58.61%, and a validation loss of 71.04%. The graphs here demonstrate the internal accuracy and loss achieved over 50 epochs. Since there is an increase of training and testing accuracy and a decrease of training and testing loss, we can say that this model has proven to be ideal. Correct real faces and fake face predictions are 38 and 173 each, whereas incorrect real face and fake face predictions are 182 and 16 each, which show satisfactory performance. We observed that in comparison to the CNN architecture of VGG16, this CNN model took less time to execute. Lastly, our model based on SVM algorithm obtained an accuracy of 50%. From the graphs, the decrease of validation loss over every epoch is evident, while the validation accuracy remains consistent over all the epochs. This model failed to detect spoof, although it predicted the real faces correctly, as can be seen from the confusion matrix. To conclude, it can be said that the scope of CNN in face spoof verification is huge and imperative to further development in the field, and an improvement of more difficult datasets can be made in future works. CNN, which works using layers embedded within by connecting with neurons, adding layers upon layers, has been proven to accurately detect face spoof on our chosen dataset. Thank you for your patience.